What's up, guys? Justin here with what I'm going to call our Van Halen pickups. This is going to be everything that I picked up when I went down to Wisconsin with my cousin and a few of our friends for Rock USA. We went down there to see Van Halen, and we also saw Rat, and it was a good time. Obviously, the purpose of the trip wasn't a video game hunting road trip by any means, but I did want to make sure that I hit up a few of the stores down in that area that I don't get to go to that often. And actually, I picked up quite a bit of stuff. A lot of this stuff I did pick up for Ryan and/or his brother, who recently got into collecting. Like the underlying theme of the weekend was cheap games that I already had. So I picked up a lot of stuff for them. I'll try to point that out as I get to it. But I'm gonna get right into it here. Got a bunch of games to show you guys. We did stop at a couple Goodwills on the way down to Rock USA without any luck. But the first place where I ended up buying something at was the Mega Media Exchange. We were down at the mall in Appleton, and right across the street they have the Mega Media Exchange. And I've dropped $100 in one visit at the same store before. Wasn't exactly the case this time. They just really didn't have a whole lot that I was looking for. But I did pick up a few things. For the PlayStation 1, I got a game called G Please, and as you can see there, it was $2.99. It looked like a pretty cool game. It was in nice shape. It's in one of these. It's a dual disc game, I believe, and it was complete inside of here. So I figured, might as well try it out for $2.99. Also picked up a couple GameCube games. This one here was $3.99. Reign of Fire. And $4 is pushing what I'll pay for a GameCube game, but this one looked pretty cool, and I was complete and in really nice shape, so I figured I couldn't go wrong for $4. So I grabbed that one, and I also grabbed this one, which I thought I might already have. Turns out I don't, so I'm happy to add this one to the collection. Defender for $2.99. This one is also complete. And then I picked up one Super Nintendo game for $1.99. I got Last Action Hero, and this was a Schwarzenegger title. I do remember watching this movie back when I was younger, though, and enjoying it. That was $1.99. I got to replace the back on this cartridge, but I figured $2 for a game I don't have, might as well pick it up. And that was all I picked up from the Media Exchange. I think it was like $12 total or something like that, so definitely not the $100 I spent last time I was in there, but a couple cool pickups here anyway. And then there was a couple GameStops that I wanted to stop at. They do have a GameStop in the mall. It's a really small one, though, and they have one right across the street that's bigger. And I wanted to go to this particular GameStop because I looked it up online. I searched their inventory and saw that they had some Wii titles and some DS titles that I'd really been looking for. So I stopped in there, and they only ended up having one of the games that they said they had online. It was Fire Emblem for the Wii, which is one I've really been looking for. Obviously, it's still going up in price, I think. The GameStop sells it for $55, I think, which is a good deal for it right now, and I was perfectly willing to pay that. But once I saw the condition of the one they had, I had to pass. I mean, the manual was all bent up. The artwork was a ruin, but it wasn't in good shape, and I didn't even check the disc. So I passed on that, and I ended up picking up a few things here. This GameStop it really did not have like a good atmosphere to it. I don't know. I've never really had a problem with our local GameStop here, but some of these GameStops I go to in like these bigger cities and stuff, the employees that work there are just douches. Like they treat you like you know nothing about video games. And I know everyone always rips on GameStop for like their prices or like their trading credit and stuff, and I honestly don't have a problem with GameStop's trading credit. They're running the business, they got to make money. If they're not going to give you what you want for a game, don't trade it in. It's as simple as that. But when the employees just like treat you like shit, it really is kind of discouraging. I did pick up a few things from the store, though. They had all their GameCube stuff. They still had some GameCube stuff, and it was all 75% off. Of course, they were all only disc-only sports titles left, but they had a bunch of these GameCube microphones for 99 cents, and I was just gonna pick one up because I need one for my collection. But when he rang this up as 26 cents, I was like, all right, well, I might as well go grab the other ones you have. And they had a bunch of them there. I mean, you can't go wrong with these for 26 cents a piece. So I grabbed, let's see, 4 of them. There might even be 5 of them in here, actually. So I got 5 GameCube microphones. It was like $1.40 or something like that. So, I mean, I guess you could call that a good pickup. I was kind of disappointed that they didn't have any of those other games that I was looking for, and then, the employee was kind of being a dick, but I guess whatever. That's how it goes sometimes. But anyway, after that, we made our way over to the Pan America, and this is where I kind of splurged the most on this trip. Got quite a big box of games here. I'm going to start rifling through these. All different systems here, a bunch of PlayStation, N64, Super Nintendo, stuff like that. So I'll start with the, some Dreamcast games. I'll start with these. I think I did pick up, this one I picked up for Ryan, Alien Front Online. This is one I already have, I believe, but I mean, it was $1.99. I mean, it's complete and in really nice shape, so you can't go wrong with that. This one I got for myself, Championship Surfer for $1.99. And $1.99 for Maximum Pool. just a couple Dreamcast titles that I didn't have for the collection yet. Moving on to the PlayStation stuff that I grabbed. Got a big stack of them here. This one I have no idea how to pronounce. It looked kind of weird, which is why I bought it. Steel Harbinger. I mean, I don't know if that's right or not, but there it is, complete for $1.99. We got Death Trap Dungeon for $1.99. That one looked pretty cool. Didn't have that one yet. This is one that I picked up actually last time I went down to the Appleton Oshkosh area. I got it from that store called Game Trade for $15, which I thought was a good deal on it. The one I got was in really nice shape, but found this one at the Pond America for $5.99. Alundra 2, and it's complete and in nice shape. So I'm sure Ryan will be inquiring about that one. This one I actually grabbed out of their glass case where they keep some of their more expensive games and stuff. It was only marked for $9.99 though, which I thought was a great deal. I think this is going to be a disc upgrade for me. I do already have this game complete, but this disc I think is in better shape than mine. Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, which I thought was a great deal for $9.99. This next game is probably one of my favorite purchases of the whole trip. It wasn't even in their glass case, and it was only marked for $9.99. I picked up Vagrant Story for the PS1. Really, really cool looking RPG. Like I said, this wasn't even in their glass case or anything. It was just sitting out with all those other, cracked case sports PS1 games. But I mean, it was complete and in great shape. So, one of my favorite purchases of the trip right here. I think I got a great deal on this one. Same with this next one here. You guys saw I recently picked up Fear Effect 1 for the PlayStation in that epic RPG haul we had from the Goodwill. I had mentioned that I was looking out for number 2 and came across it at the Pond America. This one was in their glass case. It was $8.99. But I figured, where else am I going to find this game with all the discs and everything? And there's 4 discs in this game, and it was all complete and in good shape, so I didn't mind paying $8.99 for that one. We got Ball Blazer Champions. That one was only 99 cents. I don't think I have this one already. We got Rescue Copter for 99 cents. Delta Force Urban Warfare for 99 cents. Miracle Space Race for 99 cents. Casper Friends Around the World for 99 cents. Black Dawn. I know Ryan's going to laugh at this one because he just paid $4 for this at our local Goodwill, I think. Red Asphalt for $1.99. And the last PlayStation game I got, Men in Black, the series Crashdown for 99 cents. So, a few filler titles in there, but I'm, obviously very happy to get the Vagrant Story and the Fear Effect and stuff, and even the Resident Evil was a good deal. So, moving on to some N64 games, picked up quite a few of these. Again, a lot of these are for Ryan and or his brother. This one is for me, though. This is one I'd never run into before, Hercules, The Legendary Journeys. That one was $4.99, but again, I've never seen this game before in the wild, so I figured I might as well just pay that and pick it up for the collection. I thought I got a great deal on this one. This is one of the first ones I saw when I walked in there. For $1.99, Duke Nukem 64. We got a Wave Race for 99 cents. For $1.99, we got Xena Warrior Princess. This one I probably should have passed on. I didn't realize it was missing one of the clips on the bottom. It's rattling around in there, but I'm sure it still works fine. We got Robotron 64 for $2.99. Cool find for 99 cents here, Dark Rift. Another 99-cent find, Roadsters. Now this one I just picked up because I needed an upgrade for my cartridge. I paid $1.99 for it. NASCAR 2000. Mine has a Blockbuster sticker over the label, so I've been looking for an upgrade. And I never remembered if I needed NASCAR 99 or 2000. And when I saw this one, I recognized the label and everything. I was like, all right, I'll pick that one up. And then finally for 99 cents, we got Bass Hunter 64. So that was all for the N64 stuff. I did get a nice stack of Super Nintendo games from there as well. This first one I needed for my collection. I got to clean it up a little bit, but I've never seen it before. Pinball Fantasies. That one was $2.99. This one I picked up for Ryan. I knew he would have paid $2.99 for this one. Super Troll Islands. We got Cutthroat Island here for $1.99. 99 cents for Tin Star, which I was happy to see. I just recently got rid of my cartridge because it was all both sides of the plastic were all yellowed and everything, and it didn't look good on the shelf. But once I replaced the back on this one and cleaned it up, this one should be collection worthy. And then for $1.99, I grabbed Young Merlin. Obviously, I got to clean this one up a lot. I hope. Looks like one of those rental stickers that someone ripped off and left all the residue on the label, but maybe I can clean that up. We got Cliffhanger for 99 cents. with a huge "This Book Belongs To" sticker on the back. This one I paid $4.99 for, I believe. When I first saw it, I thought for sure this was going to be a really valuable game because it's an Atlas title that I've never even seen or heard of before. Honestly, it's not a real valuable game, but I was definitely happy to get it for $4.99. Power Instinct, and it's not in perfect shape. It's got some wear on the top of the label, but again, for $4.99, this game I've never even seen before. And then the last Super Nintendo game I got for either Ryan or his brother, whoever wants it, for $2.99, Eye the Beholder, Capcom title. So that was all for the Super Nintendo stuff. I just grabbed a couple NES games because they were cheap. The Moffat Conspiracy for $1.99, and for $1 I got Dash Galaxy in the Alien Asylum. And I picked up one GameCube game, and this is another one of my favorite purchases for the trip, I think. For $4.99, I found a complete Black Label copy of Harvest Moon Magical Melody. And I mean, when Harvest Moon: A Wonderful Life came out on the GameCube, that was like one of my most anticipated released games of all time. I mean, I pre-ordered that like the day you could pre-order that, and then they made like Another Wonderful Life, which I think it was just the same game, but you had the option to play as a female. And then after that, I really think, at least in my opinion, the Harvest Moon series was going downhill. You could argue that. I mean, it didn't really go downhill. It just took a turn. It started getting like really childish. I mean, you can see the back of this game here. I mean, that cow at the top, look, that's straight up cute. That's a cute cow. You know what I mean? And obviously, they whoever did the art for this game, designed it like that. It's supposed to be kind of like a cutesy game, and that's how like the ones on the DS are now and stuff too. But I'm still, obviously a fan of the Harvest Moon series, but I don't really play any of the newer Harvest Moon games. But I was still happy to get this one for the collection. And then they had one Sega CD game there for 99 cents. Definitely needs a case replacement, but I was willing to pay 99 cents for Dragon's Lair. Just a classic Sega CD game that I did not have for the collection. Again, the case is destroyed, but the disc looks pretty good. So I think the total for all that was like $103. So I broke the $100 barrier at that particular Pawn America. But I thought I got some really good deals, and obviously I'm going to get some of that money back from Ryan and his brother for those games I picked up for them. So it shouldn't be too bad. And then I believe I just had pickups from one more Pawn America. On the way back, we were driving through the Green Bay, Wisconsin area, and they have another Pawn America there. And it was actually one that just opened. They had a different location in that town, and they just recently moved to this location. So I wasn't sure if they were going to have a whole lot of inventory, but they had some pretty good stuff. I didn't get as much stuff as the other Pawn America, but I picked up some cool stuff. A few NES games here. We got Magic Darts for $1.99. Also for $1.99, Orb 3D, and also $2. Shadowgate, can't go wrong with Shadowgate for $2. I picked up one PlayStation 1 game, and I did pay $7.99 for this one, but it looks like a really cool game. Metal Slug X, and I'm pretty sure $7.99 is a really fair price for this game. It was complete, and the disc is like flawless, so I really couldn't pass that one up. I also got one GameCube game. Kind of a funny story about this one. It's Lord of the Rings: The Return of the King. And actually, while we were on our way to this Pawn America, I was on my eBay on my phone, and I actually won a copy of Lord of the Rings: The Two Towers for the GameCube. So within a matter of like 10 minutes, I got two of the Lord of the Rings games. I didn't have any of them on the GameCube. I think there's one more that I need now. And I picked up a couple original Xbox games. Now, these Pawn Americas have stacks and stacks and stacks and stacks of original Xbox and PlayStation 2 games. Like, you almost can't even look through all of them while you're there. So I kind of just had to flip through them fast. And for the most part, they're all cheap. They do have a few that are just insanely overpriced. But I picked up a couple of these that I thought were good deals. For $1.99, we got Doom 3, complete and in good shape. And then this one, which I've never seen before, it says it's, I don't know if this is an only online game or what, but it's called Advent Rising for $1.99. It looks pretty cool. Like I said, I don't know, I'm assuming it has some kind of game you can play, not online, but it looks like it's mainly an online game. So if anyone knows anything about this game, if it's any good, let me know. And then I picked up two PlayStation 2 games. Again, I had to dig through all of them. These were the two that I found that I just kind of pulled out before we left. Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty for $1.99. I thought, Metal Gear Solid for $2 was a good deal. And then finally for $1.99, I got Oni. And this one is complete as well. They had like 3 copies of Battlefront 2 for the Xbox at the store. 2 of them were priced like accordingly at $40, and then one of them was actually $20 for some reason. So I had that one in my basket. When I went to pay for it, I asked if I could check out the disc before I bought it, and the disc was destroyed. So I don't know if that's why it was cheaper or what, but I would have definitely paid $20 for that game. But anyway, finally just got a stack of original Game Boy games here. This one was pretty cool. For $1.99, I got Prince of Persia. That was one I didn't have. I think I already have this one, but I'm sure Ryan or his brother will happily take this off my hands. For $1.99, Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back. Can't pass up Fall of the Foot Clan for $1.99, so I grabbed that one. For $1.99, Disney's Hercules in a case. And the best find from this store by far, I think, was this for $2.99, Ninja Gaiden Shadow. And I think this is one of the more valuable original Game Boy games, at least it was when I was looking for it a couple years ago. I had a copy that was really beat up that I got in a Craigslist deal, and I eventually upgraded it, but I never thought I'd find it for $2.99. So that was an awesome find there. And I believe that was all I bought for the weekend. So I spent quite a bit of money, but again, I'm going to get a lot of it back from Ryan and his brother and stuff. And the trip was definitely a fun time. We went down there, we saw Van Halen, we also saw Rat. It was like a 4-day festival, actually. We only went down for the Saturday just to see Van Halen and stuff. But other bands that played, I think Godsmack headlined the night before with like Chevelle and Seven Dust, and I think Avenged Sevenfold headlined one of the nights too. So it was a really fun time. I would have loved to have gotten some video footage of the concert and throw it at the end of this video, but YouTube would probably throw a hissy fit over that or something, so you can blame them for that one. But I want to thank you guys for sticking around and checking out what I got down at Rock USA, and until next time, take care.